welcome to another Table Talk review. This one's a little different because we're reviewing two games, but they're relatively the same. We have Ghost Love Candy,
and Ghost Love Candy 2. The first edition is for 3 to 6 players, about 45 minutes for ages 8 and up. The second edition, they changed it up a little bit. It's for 2 to 6 players, about 20 to 45 minutes, ages 8 and up. So it's very similar, but now we could go 2 players in the new one.
Okay, and also the first one was produced by Steve Jackson Games, and the second one is produced by 20th Century Games. So anyway, our review is going to be a little bit of comparing the two as well as what we think.
Okay.
So the way this game works is basically you're a ghost and you're trying to spook kids to get their candy by playing cards to them, where they each have a number. If the total of the ghosts underneath them goes over that number, then they are removed from the neighborhood, and they either go to a pile or into a discard pile, depending on what's out there. And then candy's worth points. Kids are not worth points. Oh, certain kids are. Mm-hmm. And then you go until everyone's down to a single card. Yeah,
and then the person with the most points wins.
Go check out our versus if you want to see more gameplay. So yeah, what did you think of? I guess we'll start with the first one.
The rulebook is shorter and more simple, right? It's not as detailed.
Yes, it's not as detailed. It is literally a pamphlet. The front and back page here. The candy is cards. A small deck of cards. And then you have your ghost cards, and then your kind of goal cards, which indicates how much candy how many points your candy's worth.
And then the children cards.
Yes, children cards.
Right.
They're all the same size.
Quality is good. Like, I have no issues with this quality of cards.
Right. I mean, there's nothing, no big huge issue. There is only like 24 kids in this game, and the timer is kind of like the cards I mentioned, the ghost that you play, but also the candy deck, because it will essentially should run out by the time the game is over.
I think you have to, just depending on, like, if you tie with people, you go through the kids faster. You do have to shuffle the kids and reuse them,
because there's only 24.
Okay.
Whereas in the second one, let's move on to that one, there is 100 kids, and they're tarot-sized cards instead of your standard deck of cards.
They did change the a little bit of the kids' imaging, so
there's some iconography that they've added, which I think is a small improvement.
Yeah, compared to the first one.
The goal cards are also tarot-sized with a player aid and some iconography aid on the back.
Okay, the ghost cards are the same.
They changed the artwork a little bit.
Yeah, the quality is nice. Maybe a little bit nicer.
They did add also 2 more ghost characters that you can choose from, which at first made me think, oh, can this hold 8 players? But no, it's still only 6. I mean, I'm not.
Just give you more options in color, I guess.
Yeah, because they don't have enough of these gold cards basically to hand out. And the candy
are tokens.
Have been replaced by this little bag, and yes, tokens.
And they have negative.
Well, there's some additional candies. They have these 5-point candy bars, which are an addition, as well as some junk treats, which include toothbrush and spider ring and
rocks, but they
are a penny. Things that aren't necessarily candy
are negative points.
Yeah.
Okay. So gameplay did change a little from the first to the second. It's like in the first one, you put your kid down, and then at the end, then you resolve the ghost scare. And the second one, you do it immediately. You put the kid down, and then you immediately resolve if the ghost is scared.
Yeah, I guess the rule book being as simple as it is in the first one isn't 100% clear on that.
No, you put it down. You put the kids down, and the ghost down, and then you go from left to right after everybody grabs your stuff, and then you scare the kids. It says it in there.
Yeah, it does. It does kind of talk about it. Like I said, it does say you scare the kids if the total value of all the ghost haunting exceeds that kid's. The kid becomes scared. But then it also, right underneath it says, check the kids, starting with the one closest to the deck, which is really weird.
But the way we play it, according to how we interpret the rules, is different.
Yeah.
Okay. Gameplay is kind of simple in my opinion. It's not a complex game.
No, it's not too complex. I think it's a fun little
Halloween game.
family friendly Halloween game, or fun to pull out during Halloween.
I think the artwork is cute. I don't have any issues with it, and like I said, I do like the improvement of the second edition, but the iconography, it makes it a little bit easier to.
Also, I like more kids.
That
just
too.
Having more kids.
I enjoy not having
powers.
to shuffle the kids' cards and reuse the kids.
Some of their abilities I do find a little silly. Like the comedian.
Tell a joke.
Tell a joke and then pick someone who laughs. But generally speaking, I said light game, a little bit of replayability because of the variety of kids in the second. More replayability in the second than there is in the first because of kid amount, and the variety of candies have increased, or I should say treats have increased.
So overall, I like the second edition better than the first edition just because of all those improvements we talked about.
I agree. I mean, I can't add anything. I like all the additions that they've added to the second one.
So, question for you. If you have the first edition, do you think people need to go out and buy the second edition?
I would say if you have the first edition, it will suffice for gaming purposes. However, like I said, if you want to have those improvements, or if you don't have either copy, go for the second. That's my opinion.
I agree with that. If you have the first edition, you don't need the second edition. Yes. But if you don't have either, I would go for the second edition. Plus, it would be easier to find since it's newer.
Yes.
All right. Are you ready to give your rating of this game?
I would say my overall rating for the game. Good question. I'm between.
I'll give my rating. You could think about it.
All right, go ahead.
So I would have, my rating is play it. I enjoy the game. It is family friendly, but it's not really my kind of game. I would just play it around Halloween time. This is not something I would play all the time.
I think I'm with you on that. I think I'm gonna say play it if you got an opportunity to play it, or what have you. It's a good, like I said, good family friendly Halloween game to pull out for that particular holiday, but it's not something I don't think I would be playing year round.
No. So it's like I wouldn't buy it. I would just like, oh, you have it? I'll play your copy. We got both copies as of right now. So yeah, anyway, that is our review of Ghost Love Candy and Ghost Love Candy 2.
Please like, subscribe, comment down below. Which one do you like better? Have you played either one of these? Tell us what you think. And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye for now.